Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Military Mayday, where we're pointing out a few pieces on the chessboard. If you find this information interesting, why don't you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. First story here. They're building walls to disregard Putin. The Russians are deploying armed forces. Russia will strengthen its position in the northwestern direction due to the activities of Finland, Deputy Head of Russian Diplomacy Alexander Grushko stated. We notice that Finland is starting to feel like a country that is on the front line, closing the border and building defensive fortifications where they will most likely deploy an army of other countries and store U.S. military equipment in their warehouses. And this creates a new military reality to which we will react, he stressed. Grushko assessed that Russia has enough capabilities, both military, technical, and other, to ensure that the country's interests and security, as well as discouraging the NATO leadership from dangerous plans towards Moscow. Let us remind you that Finland became the 31st member of NATO on April 4th this year, and it is a country that has the longest land border of any member of the alliance, which stretches along 1,340 kilometers. That's probably more like 1,100 miles or something. But that's a lot. The longest land border. As much as that story's got, really. F-35s intercept Russian maritime patrol aircraft that came near carrier group. The Russian plane, which came from the Kola Peninsula, flew in proximity to the HMS Queen Elizabeth, the UK carrier strike group informed on Twitter Friday. The F-35Bs were launched from the deck of the carrier and flew alongside the Russian aircraft, together with the Norwegian F-35As. The British carrier group has for the last 2 weeks exercised with Norway and several other NATO countries off the coast of northern Norway, among them Germany, Belgium, France, and the United States, plus two newcomers, Finland and Sweden. The Norwegian frigate Odo had led the carrier group while operating in the Norwegian waters. The rest just pumping the military, but I guess this is maybe one of the shots. Got the bear on it. Look there. Yeah, a little playing chicken, pushing the limits a little bit. List of Russian military facilities goes public. Ukraine uses data to strike it. It's no longer a secret. Moscow authorities published a document revealing addresses of many strategic military locations, including security services. Information about those facilities in Russia can certainly prove valuable, considering the fact that Russian military locations are being attacked by drones on a daily basis. This new information may bring more losses to the occupier's army. Watch our video to find out how valuable the relieved information really is and how the Ukrainian army forces can use it to their advantages. Yeah, I haven't watched the video, but I mean, you have here and hear about a lot of vital strikes lately, so that might be a story to keep an eye on. Russia's nuclear missiles can now reach targets in U.S. Enemies won't survive, says Vladimir Putin. Putin says Russia has successfully tested feared flying Chernobyl nuclear missiles. These are the same missiles that on that other article. Yeah. Let's see, well, I think I had it highlighted somewhere. No, I guess I didn't. Yeah, okay, in response to, there is no situation today in which, say, something would threaten Russian statehood and the existence of the Russian state. No, I think no person of sound mind and clear money would think of using nuclear weapons against Russia. Well, I would think again, Mr. Putin, because I know a country that will use, especially tactical nukes on you. So that's their new missile system. Flying Chernobyl. President confirmed the first successful trial of the dubbed Flying Chernobyl due to its potentially devastating impact. The launch follows 13 previous attempts deemed unsuccessful. Yeah, that's something to think about right there. German president to meet CIA chief during surprise trip to Washington. There is nothing much but this here. German President Frank-Walter Steinmeier will meet Central Intelligence Agency Director William Burns on Friday during his surprise trip to Washington to hold talks with U.S. President Joe Biden, his spokesperson said. And that is it. Everything else is about Steinmeier and Biden meeting. But there is nothing about him or this Burns dude. That is it. Very interesting. Why is he meeting with the CIA? Syria bombards rebel areas after drone strike on military academy kills scores. Syria on Friday held funerals with scores of people killed in a drone attack on a graduation ceremony at a military academy in the Homs region in previous day. One of the bloodiest strikes against the military in more than 12 years of civil war. Several weaponized drones hit the Homs military academy courtyard where families were gathered with the new officers on Thursday. Minutes after Defense Minister Ali Mahmoud Abbas had left, Syria declared 3 days of mourning. So this is pretty tragic. And then at the same time, which I know yesterday we looked at some articles, and that was an Iraqi drone. Well, here's this story. Iraq offers condolences on victims of military academy's terrorist attack. Or was it Iran? It might have been Iran. I'm sorry. Iraq offered condolences to Syria after the terrorist attack that targeted the military academy during the graduation ceremony. Hamas. Iraq offers condolences to Syria and the families of the victims who martyred as a result of the terrorist attack on military academy, and wishes a speedy recovery for injured. The ministry reiterated condemnation of all forms of violence and terrorism and is standing with the international community to confront their dangers. Okay, so maybe they're trying to kiss ass. Maybe they're wanting to buddy up. I don't get it. I'm sure Iraq was behind it in some way, kind of saying "fuck you." But anyway, that's what little bit of news I got this morning. Some interesting stuff I found. Again, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Toodaloo.